Hey, what's going on everyone? Today I'm going to be showing you some tips on how to get better at this game. The first tip we're going to work on is b-hopping. Now, b-hopping is pretty straightforward. What you're going to be doing is jumping and crouching, and what you're going to do is right as you jump, or not right as you jump, but you're going to jump, and then right before you hit the ground, you're going to use the shift key or the crouch key, whatever, and then you're going to repeat the process over and over again, and it's going to basically build up momentum as you go if you do it right. If you do it right, you will notice, you building some momentum up and getting faster as you go. So what you're going to do is you're going to master that first. Again, like I said, you're going to be jumping and then crouching right before you hit the ground and then letting go and repeating the process over and over again. Once you master that, then you're going to work on turning. So turning is definitely the more advanced part of b-hopping. So you're going to jump and then crouch and hold crouch a little bit longer than you normally do and turn the angle you want to go and then let go and you continue jumping. So it's almost, I'll show it to you in a little bit of a quicker pace here, but basically jump, crouch, hold it, let go. So it's jump, crouch, turn your angle, turn right in this case, and then let go. So you're kind of holding the button longer in a sense. And then, like I said, once you can get the straight line down, you're just going to want to practice this. Here's a little example right here. Actually, hold on. Let me get the angle right. I messed the angle up. Here we go. Little example for you guys. As you can see, I am literally just hopping around the turn here, and I'm actually keeping my b-hop going for the most part. Messed it up right there, but whatever. So you get the point. Just work on turning and work on your b-hopping. Okay, so tip number 2 is going to be weapon selection. Now, for example, on Undergrowth, you're going to want to use the shotgun, SMG, and AK. Other weapons on this map are not going to be as useful to you if you are a beginner. You definitely don't want to use a light machine gun. You don't want to use the FAMAS. You don't want to use the crossbow on this map. This is a close quarters map, meaning most of the fighting is going to be close quarters. So you want to use weapons that are, again, close range. Now, I would strongly suggest, unless you're playing this game just for fun, if you want to actually get good at this game, I strongly suggest that you don't really use the crossbow that much, don't really use the light machine gun very much, and don't use the FAMAS very much. If anything, the light machine gun can be useful in certain cases, in the pro scene, but besides that, again, FAMAS, crossbow, they're pretty much awful most times unless you are a really good player. So stay away from those weapons. I would just, again, do not use those weapons often at all. What you're going to use is shotgun, SMG, and AK on this map. So my personal favorite is shotgun on this map. I feel like shotgun is great. It's a pretty overpowered weapon in my opinion and can kill from medium range and obviously close range. So you're going to want to use that on this map. It's just a great weapon to use. Same thing with SMG. If you don't want to use a shotgun, use SMG. It's great on this map. And then last but not least, the AK. Again, pretty good in this map, but sometimes can actually be a little crappy. It depends. Tip number 3 is going to be knowing the spawns. Now, I didn't really want to put this in here because I do feel like it's a little bit cheap, but it is a big part of the game, and I'm pretty sure pro players and just really good players in general know the spawns, including myself. So what I'm going to do really quickly is I am going to go over the spawns on this map because what I just said is pretty self-explanatory. I'm just going to show you where they're at really quickly. You can, fast forward the video, pause the video, whatever, and see where they're at. I'm just going to quickly run over them all. So here's a spawn right here. Basically, they're going to spawn right here. That's one. I believe they can spawn right here. Some of these, might be a little bit off, but again, they're going to be in the general area. So yeah, one right there. There's definitely a spawn right here. I'm actually going to be hopping a little bit faster. I think there's 2 spawns right here, one here and one on that side. There is a spawn right behind this wall right here. You can actually wall bang, little side tip, you can actually wall bang this and sometimes kill people that spawn here. So if you're ever just, let's just say, for example, you are b-hopping around this corner right now, you might want to just do a little b-hop. If you don't see anybody, pop a shot in right there, see if you can kill somebody. I do that all the time, and then keep your b-hop going, obviously. There is another spawn right here. And I think that is all the spawns for this map. I'm pretty sure. I might have missed one, but those are the main spawns for this map. So you get the idea. Just learn the spawns. Don't abuse them, of course. I don't ever abuse spawns, really, but just know where they're at and just be aware of that. You're going to have to learn other maps yourself. I'm not going to go over each map, but you can learn yourself if you pay attention. And maybe I'll make another video if you guys want me to on all the spawn points on all the maps. But there you go. That's tip number 3. Okay, so tip number 4 is going to be pre-firing. Now, I notice a lot of people don't know how to pre-fire, so I'm going to go over this. This may seem like a simple tip to you, but it's really a little bit more advanced than you would think. So, as I just said earlier, I think it was tip number 3, pre-firing is a big deal. So, I know there's a spawn here. So, like I said, sometimes I'll come around this corner, and if I don't see it, I'll either pre-fire this angle right here, you know, and be waiting for that shot. If there's somebody there, you know, always be pre-aiming down. So if you're coming around this corner, you know, check this angle first. If there's no one there, you know, sometimes there's somebody there. If there's not, you know, check to see there too. That's the next spot. So boom, boom. If you don't see anybody, no. So like what I'll do normally is I'll quickly look like no player, and then I'll just automatically be ready for that shot. So what I'm saying is be ready for the shots. If anything, if you don't see a player right there, you can still do the pre-fire wall bang as I just told you and maybe kill somebody through the wall. So that's just what I'm saying. Basically, just always pre-fire angles. Like if you know there's a spawn there, like I said, I know there's a spawn there, so I come up, check the spawn. You know, is there a player there? Always be checking the spawn angles. So is there spawn? No. If not, you transition right over to there, and there's probably gonna be a player there. So it's just like check everything, and then do your pre-fires. Okay, so for tip number 5, we are going to talk about sensitivity. Now, sensitivity is really, really important. And if you're a beginner player, you're gonna need to get this right. So if you are a beginner or just somebody that is not really happy with their sensitivity, I recommend trying around 800 to 1000 DPI on your mouse and trying 0.20 to 0.30 in-game or 0.3 to 0.2 in-game sensitivity. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna, like I said, if you're a beginner, I'm not telling you to do this. If you already have a good sensitivity down, don't do this. But if you're a beginner or somebody that doesn't like their sensitivity, try what I just said. You know, feel it out. If it feels too slow, the thing is, you always want to feel if it's too slow. You don't want it to be ever too fast. So feel if it's too slow. Most likely it's not going to be, but just feel it. If it feels too slow, you know, keep going up by 500. So, you know, go from 1000 to 1500 and so on and so on. I personally play at 3000 DPI, which is quite high, I hear. You know, compared to the community and stuff like that, which for me, it's perfect. I know for my, you know, that's what makes me such a great player. I play at such a high DPI and it feels great for me. I use a lot of shotgun. I use a lot of sniper. If you're using a lot of shotgun, if you're using a lot of sniper, you actually want a higher DPI and a higher sense because you can flick better then. So as you can see, like if you guys are, I mean, you can probably tell, I mean, the flicks are like very quick. Like if I'm looking over here, I can flick right over here and just, you know, blast that guy or whatever, you know, so on and so on. Could do 180s very quickly. So you're gonna want to play at a higher DPI if you're using, you know, single shot weapons. But yeah, just get the sensitivity down, you know, feel it out. You're gonna want to go as high as you possibly can, in my opinion, without losing control. So for example, I still actually do have relatively pretty good control. And that's what you want. You know, you want, like, I can still manage to kind of hold both of these angles here, as you can see. I mean, I'm losing control a little bit. So for example, I've actually been thinking about turning my sensitivity back a little bit from like 3000 to 2500 because I can tell that I'm, you know, I'm slightly losing control of where I want to be. So like you just want to flick around and try to have the best control while having it as fast as possible, pretty much. So that's what you're looking for with sensitivity. And that's going to conclude our tips, our advanced tips. Hopefully you liked them. If you did like them, please leave a like on this video and subscribe, because that's what keeps me doing this stuff. And I do want to post more content. So if you're enjoying it, let me know in the comments. Just tell me, hey, I really like the video, whatever. And or maybe give me an idea for another video I can make for you guys. I do know a lot of stuff. I know a lot more tips than just this. So if you guys want me to make more tip videos or just videos in general about Krunker, let me know. I'm thinking about making a sniper video because I'm actually pretty good with sniper. So I'm thinking about making a video, you know, specifically on just tips with sniper and how to use it and how to play with it. So let me know. And again, hopefully you enjoyed. I will see you next time. If you guys ever want to catch me on Twitch, I'm live on Twitch every single day at 4:30 Eastern, and I usually stream Krunker, Modern Warfare, Overwatch, and some more games. So go check it out. The link for that will be down in the description, and I would love to, you know, see you guys on my Twitch and in general.